Good morning, everyone in the world. It's the beginning of a new journey. Or did we reunite? It's Sosa the Locksmith. It's my guy knows a guy. It's NBA betting today. How is everyone doing? How are you doing, Sosa the Locksmith? It's a great time of the year.
Oh man,
Can't complain.
it's Christmas in October, right? Like how much better can it get? We got Major League Baseball playoffs. That's great and everything. Football, that's cool. I like football, but bro, listen, there's nothing like the NBA. Obviously, that's how we connected the first time, and just here to drop more knowledge, make some more money, make a lot more money, and just destroy the NBA like we did last year.
Man, I'm so excited. We've been talking about doing this for a long time. We've essentially been talking about doing this since the end of last season. It's just there's a time and a place for everything. Sosa's been taking all summer to build his business. I've been taking time to research, connect with all the bright minds. It's NBA betting today. We're completely pumped for the season. Two big games today. Massive slate tomorrow. Two big games today. Nets, Bucks, KD Harden, Giannis. We have the Warriors, Lakers, huge matchup tonight. We're going to get right into it. We're going to share information with everyone on a daily basis, picks, props, analysis. We're going to collaborate with some of the brightest NBA minds, predictions minds in the world, bring them on the show with us. It's going to be a wonderful time of the year. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be going live every day at 11 a.m. And for the people that maybe don't know you, Sosa, from, it's been a long summer. People have been all over the place. People are heavily invested in NFL as well. The basketball fans, they're here. The sports bettors, they're here. Tell them a bit about yourself, bro. Tell them a bit about yourself.
Man, just an everyday genius. Just here to help the people make money, man. That's what I've been doing since I got on this, since I got into this stuff, and that's really it, man. Just sharing my knowledge and helping people make money. That's been the ultimate goal from the start. And what good is being good at something if you can't show others or like I said, help people along the way? I think that a lot of people understand that my biggest goal is to really just help and empower as many people along the way. And at the end of the day, we're all here to make money. So it's a lot easier to do it together than to be, a fucking hater behind a keyboard.
Hey, that's the nature. I'm learning a lot about. I live a private life before the sports stuff. I'm learning a lot about the internet, about people. It's just the way it is, bro. When you have the courage to wear your predictions and wear your work on your sleeve, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You're gonna have detractors. You're gonna have people that want to hold you back. But at the end of the day, it's all about positivity. It's all about us winning together. It's about just trying to elevate yourself in life and just be the best that you can be. I'm checking off all the I sound like a coach right now. I sound like I'm checking off all the boxes. Last season, the NBA was wonderful to me. It was wonderful. It was my most profitable season betting across any sport. That's actually the time period when I met Sosa the Locksmith from the Clubhouse days, actually, before Twitter Spaces, before Twitter. He has seen my work up close and personal. I want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. The chat's loaded. The chat is completely loaded. Let me give a second to chat. Give everyone a shout out. I'm going to pull the odds up on the screen. Get into our routine. I have a feed on Twitter for NBA beat writers as well, beat reporters. Quality source of information for you guys. It's a list that you can subscribe to. It's free. It's on my page on Twitter at my guy knows a guy. Make sure you're following Sosa the Locksmith on Twitter. That's currently the best place you can find him. Sosa the Locksmith on Twitter. Also on Instagram for Instagram users. Before we get started, the show is presented by SportX.bet, SportX Project, the crypto sportsbook owned by the community. We will be taking time all season to educate everyone on this opportunity, on this project, to show how it's beneficial to sports bettors all across the world, especially if you're outside of the U.S. Visit SportX.bet. I'm going to pull up the odds. What's up, Joseph? G51, Danny, my guy, Nick, Dan, Do It. We see everybody. Pakari, Nick, the real ones. Remember, we do this for you guys. Sports bettors, people that want picks all around the world. We do this for you guys. We're so excited. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to pull up the odds. Only 2 games today. We might not be here forever, but we're going to give you guys our best. We're going to we're going to give you guys our best every single day. We're pumped. If you're not following NBA Betting Today, that's the handle. I will pull it up in a second. NBA Betting Today on Twitter. That is your hub for all information about the show. You can access Sosa the Locksmith. You can access My Guy Knows a Guy. We're going to post recaps, audio clips. We know people are at work right now. We respect the grind. If you guys have a second, hit the like button right now. We got 100 people watching right now. Hit the like button. Help us run it up. And take a second to watch it on replay. I'm going to pull up the odds right now. Sosa. Nets Bucks, bro. It's KD. It's Giannis. It's the Giannis. He caused me heartbreak. Heartbreak Giannis.
I love KD. I love Giannis. Y'all know my favorite player is actually Giroux. You know I love Giroux. Out of anybody that's playing in these two games, like these two teams, my favorite player is actually Jrue Holiday. He got a championship. No more deserving player. No more valuable player, in my opinion, down the stretch for that team. What he gave them down the stretch was invaluable on both ends of the floor. Best playmaker on the team. He get a shot whenever he wanted, and flat out can defend any perimeter player that you put out there. Entering this one, man, like I think people, if you've heard me in spaces, I'm very heavy on the Bucks. I think this Bucks team has weathered the storm for a couple of years. They've won championship. They finally won a championship, but they've come close, right? When you win and win and win, and you finally exercise all those playoff demons that you've had in prior seasons, what it does is it takes that load off your back, and it just lets you be yourself. I think Giannis is entering his physical prime. I think that he's going to become an even better player, which people forget. He's literally entering his athletic prime. He's only 26 years old. He's going to be a force he's already a force we've never seen in the NBA. And any level of improvement will only make him that much better. Everything in regards to the Nets, I like the Nets. I don't believe the Nets actually addressed any of their issues that were glaring in the offseason. I don't believe they have a rim protector. I don't believe that they are a good defensive team. I believe that they're gonna have to beat you scoring the ball. It's going to be James Harden running the same offense that he's ran for just about a decade almost, and he's going to look extremely comfortable. KD's KD, and the marionettes in the background will figure their way, through the wash during the season. But I still think that defensively they're a poor team, and just if we're going off this matchup in general, the team, in my opinion, that's the better team is the Bucks. And I got some plays. We can get into what you like, but just what's your assessment, and what do you see as far as this particular entering the year?
Everybody knows who's been watching. Shout out to everyone that's watching as well. Man, the love we're getting right now is crazy. Shout out to everybody. We do this for you guys. Giannis, I've had nightmares about Giannis since that series ended against the Suns, bro. So close to victory. Everyone knows that I was heavily on the Suns side, although I hedged at the last second. Sosa himself was saying the Bucks would win the title as early as April. I heard him say it as early as April. Maybe he was saying it before then. They brought the core back. This is a case of continuity versus elite superstar, top shelf, top heavy talent. We have Harden. We have Kevin Durant. No Kyrie. Giannis is just entering his prime, in my opinion. It's crazy because of the accolades that he's racked up over the last couple of years. He's, in my eyes, he's already, essentially when it comes to accolades, a top 20 player of all time. I know that's pretty crazy to say because he's only 26 years old. Yeah, people say I'm crazy for saying that, right? It's not. It's because of the age. The only thing they can say is the age.
Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. It's only 3 players that's ever done that. It's not crazy, and it's not crazy at all. Not at all.
I strongly believe that the Bucks have what it takes to run it back this year. But in this particular situation, it's been profitable for me to fade the champions on opening night. This particular game, the line has swung. They've both been favorites at 2 different points each so far since the line has opened. We're at a stage with NBA markets, with NBA odds, where it's the most advanced that it's ever been when it comes to the structure of the markets, the opening of the markets. People have been able to bet on these games since August. When have we seen that? I've seen wild line swings in this game. When it comes to the game of basketball, which is obviously is most important, I feel like the Nets are going to rally around the Kyrie situation at the beginning of the season. I feel like it's a distraction, and people are betting the Bucks based on that distraction. But I feel like the Nets are still going to compete tonight. I feel like they're going to compete tonight. It's not going to be a walkover. It's a revenge game. We know how close the Nets were. I'm on record as saying that. I mean, I know that the Suns were lucky to get to the finals, but the Bucks were too. I mean, we know that KD's foot was on the line. Kyrie wasn't there. James Harden was half. Well, Harden is whole now. I'm projecting Harden to have maybe his best season as a professional this season, and he's already an MVP winner. James Harden is going to have the best season of his career this season.
He's going to. I'm on the same page. I think I have him right now as my favorite player for MVP. I mean, he's in a system he's played in, like I said, for almost a decade. Steve Nash ain't changing that much up from D'Antoni, right? He's D'Antoni's Frankenstein. They're running the same offense. The one thing this is one thing though, I do have to throw out there. I do expect that this Nets team tries to execute in a half court at a much higher clip, as opposed to just getting out and just running. I think that at times they're going to try to shorten the game by doing that and allow that their big time ISO players to get theirs, as opposed to that free flowing all the time D'Antoni offense. I think that's something to expect. That if people, I think that's something that I look forward to. I think that getting D'Antoni out of the building helps that, because we all know that James Harden, for the most part, has been a coddled baby since he's been coached by him.
He's been a coddled baby. He's a front office darling. They would say he essentially has his way in any organization that he's in. What's up, Jordan? What's up, Brandon? Man, in this game, I think I'm going to take the Nets money line. I have multiple official plays for Wednesday. For tonight, I'm probably going to roll a couple of half unit plays. It's just tough for me to go full unit in this spot on opening night. If anyone knows me, you've seen me post in NHL, you've seen me post in soccer, baseball, NFL. I'm usually hesitant to go full unit in any sport. It's my standard operating procedure until there's a sample size of about at least 2 to 3 games per team. I think that is standard, but we know everyone's here for the picks. Everyone's geeking for tonight. I'm gonna fade the Nets. I'm gonna fade the Bucks tonight. I will sprinkle the Nets money line. The reason I'm going to go small on this bet is because of the lack of continuity on the roster. They're only returning 4 rotational players. But in the NBA, particularly in the first 20 games of the season, I like to, what I call, trade on negativity. When I see negative, it's more of a perception play. The Kyrie thing, people are pounding the Bucks right now. Huge believer in Giannis. I know that they're not going to be fatigued. They're going to come out juiced. But they're going to be let down tonight, I think. I think that this game, it doesn't mean more to the Nets, because the Bucks are going to try to prove that they're being disrespected with the narrative of, oh, KD's foot was on the line. That's why we made it to the finals. But in this scenario, I like the dog. I like the plus 105. It's opening night, Sosa. How you feel about the first half in this game? How do you feel about the coaching matchup? Mike Budenholzer has changed everyone's perception.
We're immediately on opposite sides. I love it. I love that. I love it. That's a great way to start. Immediately on opposite sides. Listen, man, I love KD. I love James Harden. This Bucks team is one of the best teams we have seen in a long time. Whether the general public wants to admit it or not, this organization has absolutely dominated the fucking NBA for the last 5 years. They won a title. The only thing they were looking for was a title. For the last 5 seasons. Am I lying? They had
regular season. Right, but come on.
Like I said, they've dominated the NBA. They didn't win a title, but they've regular season.
In the regular season, they dominated the NBA.
They have absolutely destroyed the NBA. And last year, they did it sleepwalking. They didn't even start playing hard till like a month left in the season. Like once Giroux came back from that little run where he was injured. Remember, because he got COVID, and then he had the little run where they were on a road trip, and he missed.
Yeah, the middle of the season wasn't that good for Drew Holiday.
Right, and as soon as that happened, they started playing their best ball at the end of the year. I know people make a big deal about the PJ Tucker. I'm not worried about PJ Tucker. Jordan Nwora, write the name down, and you'll see why PJ Tucker's out of there. He's younger.
For sure. If you guys don't know the name Jordan Noir, go on YouTube and see what this brother has been doing during preseason. It's some people's games transform.
Go watch what he did in the Olympics, and tell me he's not going to be a difference maker. That's why they let him go. They know they have him sitting in the tuck, and all he did, he was a very good college player. He just had to adjust to the NBA and get better, stronger and better. We've seen that. I think that he's a guy who's going to be a rotational player for sure, and I think he's going to be very good defensively. I don't think you let Forbes walk like that if you don't already if that, and that's the San Antonio way that's being adapted in Milwaukee with Budenholzer.
For sure, the money ball play. It's a value contract play, money ball play. Why pay Bryn Forbes when we have another player that can possibly exceed his production? We're not paying anything, you know. It's just a no-brainer. I'm a fan of the Milwaukee Bucks front office now. I'm a Toronto Raptors fan. Okay. I had an inherent bias towards the Milwaukee Bucks before they won the championship. I was a detractor of their front office. I was a critic of Chris Middleton. I was a critic of paying Drew Holiday that type of money at that age. I was wrong about the Bucks. But there is an early season letdown when it comes to psychology. I'm trying to integrate psychology into the capping. I know the Nets are not going to be able to defend the paint. Although Nicholas Claxton, I'm not sure how his minutes are going to be ramped up this year. Nicholas Claxton was a formidable defender in the paint. It's just that Steve Nash didn't have the guts to give him the minutes at such an early stage in his career. That's how I feel. I feel like they were easing Nick Claxton in. I feel like Nick Claxton will be a household name this season. I feel like he will be a household name this season. Maybe not Clint Capella-esque. He doesn't have the body. He has to fill out. But the Nets, they have 10 new additions. It's going to be tough. I look at Javon Carter, a player on the Phoenix Suns that, in my opinion, was being underutilized. Huge fan of Javon Carter at West Virginia, Defensive Player of the Year. How often do you see a guard that small win Defensive Player of the Year in a Power 5 conference in college? I feel like the Suns should have kept Javon Carter. They essentially traded him for Landry Shamet and paid him. Javon Carter will be an X factor this season at times for the Nets. But tonight, it's all about Kevin Durant, bro. To me, the storyline's about Kevin Durant. He's going to be looking at Giannis getting these rings tonight. He's going to try to assassinate these guys tonight. I feel like if Steve Nash plays a smaller rotation, the Nets will win. If they don't go too deep, the Nets will win tonight. Out of desperation, the game means more to them. That's just me. Opening day of the season, Sosa. How do we feel?
I got the Bucks by at least 7 points.
At least 7. At least 7. You told me 10, but I believe you. 7, I believe
7 points. They'll win the game tonight. Bro, listen, I know people are high on this Nets team, but if you think that this Bucks team isn't going to, like, I know people are expecting all the hoopla about. Listen, I'm not saying anybody's going to stop KD. I don't trust the other guys, man. They got KD, they got James Harden. Listen, this is what happens when you pay for 2-3 guys that are superstars, right? They get you to believe the lie that guys that like Nick Claxton is good. He's not good. Like I the numbers per 36 minutes, I know it looks good. It looks good. But
it does look good.
On the floor, it's a layup line for other teams, even if he's on the floor. Because what happens is this.
During the minutes, go ahead.
All they do is screen, get a big on a guard, get a big on a mismatch, and that guy's not even in the paint guarding anymore. Like the majority. Like I said, I'm not sold on the Brooklyn Nets having any real rim protection when you're talking about guarding a guy like Giannis Antetetokuonmpo. I don't see it.
Well, no one can guard Giannis. I do want to say in Nick Claxton's defense, during the minutes when he was on the floor, defensively, those were the most elite minutes for the Nets. Those were the most elite minutes on the Nets. Just how it goes. Hey, how's it going, everyone in the chat? How you guys feel about the Nets and the Bucks today? Hit that like button for us as well. Everyone that's watching right now, who's here at the end of the show, is going to be entered into a contest. We are giving away money today on the first episode of NBA Betting Today. And make sure you're following Sosa the Locksmith on Twitter. Make sure you're following myself on Twitter. My Guy Knows a Guy, SportX Project, and of course the show channel on the show's account on Twitter at NBA Betting Today. I'm interested to hear everyone's thoughts on the Nets Bucks tonight. What side are you on? Are you playing it safe? Are you in observational mode? I don't blame anyone who decides to not bet on this game. It's the first game of the season. How do you feel about the total? Give us your thoughts in the chat. Hit the like button. I'm actually going to pull up some more information for everyone right now. Yeah, I'm going to try. It's an opening day bet. I'm going to ramp up full units tomorrow. I'm going to go half unit Nets money line plus 105 tonight. I settled on taking the dog on who was going to be the dog on opening night. We have 170 people watching right now. We appreciate everyone. King Dre, shout out to King Dre. Shout out to No Good Fresh. Cam, we see you. G5, Danny, my guy, my bro, Dan, Jewels. There's another huge matchup tonight. Actually, I'm going to give Sosa a chance. He has some props ready for us. He's been working on a props model for the people. Personally, I'm going to increase the amount of props that I play dramatically this season. You can see the markets that are available on sportx.bet on the screen. I cannot wait. The NBA couldn't have picked a better matchup for a doubleheader on opening night. Do you agree, Sosa?
I agree, man.
TV ratings popping tonight, right?
You get every marketable super face on one day, right, guys? And if you notice, it's all guys that have been established in the league. It's no, because tomorrow night is when they debut the youngins, but they did a great job of giving us Mount Rushmore-esque players on opening night, which is pretty sweet, man. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited for tonight. A couple of props that I love. I'm going to go with James Harden over 25.5. I believe his comfort level is there. My biggest reservation for this is, like, I hear a lot of people talking about players possibly being I don't know, with hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up for you guys. Pen and paper time, everyone. Pen and paper.
I know a lot of people are saying that him being officiated is going to be weird because the flailing and all that. Bro, listen, he's a walking 30 clip once he's in the gym. All right, he's a walking 30 clip. Over 25.5 is an absolute joke. Sprinkle something on him to get 30. Regardless of how they officiate him, he's going to get his. Simple as that. So over 25.5 is I think is his opening number. I like that. Over at minus 115.
Yeah, I have it on the screen for you as well. If you do want to see the update, I pulled it up for you.
Right, I see. And then the other guy that I love in tonight's matchup is actually Brook Lopez. I like Brook Lopez to get a couple of threes tonight. I think he hits some shots. He's also one of those fan favorites, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to get a better number. If you can get like an alternate number of like over 1.5 or 2+, which is probably plus money. That's what I'm looking at. I really do love the fact that that he's gonna be playing. He's minister there. And yeah, like I said, at home he performs better. He's one of those guys he's a fan favorite. They're gonna go to him. I really do love that. And like I said, I really do love the Bucks tonight. It's just how I feel. I think that I know it does make sense to fade a team energy wise. I mean, maybe first half Nets, but I think in the second half the talent level is different. I mean, you got two superstars for Brooklyn, and I know that. But this team at the crib, it's a little different, man. Just a little different. All right, YouTube everything. Lopez not hitting threes tonight. I mean, it's a ticket. I'm not saying, obviously over 1.5 is minus 225 or minus 228. So I would never tell you to do that. That's a value bet. All right. So, that's why we do the show every day. So you can pop up tomorrow and tell me we're wrong.
Hey, 100%. I want to tell everyone, based on my research over the summer, you guys remember following me last season, there was a particular prop that I keyed in on. I based on my research, I want to say that I'm an expert on this prop now, but I need a sample size as the season rolls along, 1 to 3 games at least per team. It's the 3-point made prop. This is a prop that I'm going to be riding all season, okay? All season. Very excited about this particular prop, 3-point props. I'm going to look at the board again. I can't endorse a 3-point prop for tonight, but that is something to keep in mind as we go forward. I do see Brook Lopez is 0.5. They're only saying he's only going to hit a 1-3. That's kind of low. I know he's getting up there in age. Maybe his minutes are. He's a key part of the rotation, though. I don't see them decreasing Brook Lopez's minutes in the rotation just yet. He's not over the hill yet. He's almost over the hill, but not yet. Shout out to everyone in the chat as well. Let me see some of the props I have listed as well. We can get back to the sides, and then we're going to get into the Lakers Warriors. Steph Curry, LeBron, the rematch from the play-in game, the classic play-in game, the first play-in game. Can't wait to see that game, bro. It's crazy. Staples is going to be lit tonight. Shout out to all the NBA fans around the world. I know everyone's pumped. John said he loves James Harden, assists and rebounds over 17.5. How you feel about that, Sosa? Just as I pull up some more odds.
He'll probably fuck around and have like 15 assists. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 15 assists alone.
Just when it comes to workload, right? Giannis 30 points. I think it's too juiced though for me at the beginning of the season. We see they acquired Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen is gonna have a good season, guys. It's gonna have a good season in Milwaukee. Grayson Allen was a sneaky player after the All-Star break for Memphis. He just lost out. And they didn't invest in him long term. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Joe Harris 2.5 threes tonight. Kyrie is not on the court. Added usage, added productivity, added shots for Joe Harris. I think Joe Harris will hit 2.5 threes. Drew Holiday's assists. No play for Drew Holiday's props. And I have my list right here.
Drew assist.
Yeah.
Best assist line you're gonna get is Giannis's. It's probably gonna be like under 5, and he'll get that.
It's 4.5. It's 4.5.
Listen, that's a.
How do you feel about Giannis's minutes tonight with the knee soreness? I think that's bait I think that's bait.
Yeah.
I think it's bait.
How'd that work out? Phoenix thinking he wasn't gonna play in the final. You can't take that serious. Come on.
Kevin Durant's threes are listed at 2.5. If it's 2.5, I like it. Yeah, 2.5. I like Kevin Durant's over.
I like Giannis' assist.
Giannis assists 4.5. You heard Sosa the Locksmith. I like Kevin Durant's threes over 2.5. Kevin Durant's going to be in sniper mode tonight. 35 minutes plus. We know what it is. Okay, that's some props for this early game. We're going to have dedicated segments for props, dedicated segments for each game as we have the full slates going into tomorrow. It's the first edition of NBA Betting Today. More free flow today. We're getting acclimated with everyone, connecting with everyone. Don't be shy to send us a DM on Twitter at MyGuyKnowsAGuy, at Sosa the Locksmith. If you guys ever need tips, advice, I'm sure we can make time throughout our day to help you guys craft your tickets, build your tickets throughout the day. And we will be collaborating with the great predictions minds across the world. We've been on Twitter Spaces, killing it all summer with other great minds. I will be reaching out to a lot of people to jump on the show with us over the course of the season. Can't wait to collaborate with everyone, especially as everyone hits their strides, hot streaks. Everyone has their specialty as well. We're going to get into this Warriors-Lakers game. You guys will love hearing Sosa the Locksmith talk about LeBron James, just in general. It's a funny dynamic with LeBron and between My Guy Knows a Guy and Sosa the Locksmith. It's a funny, crazy dynamic here. Going back time.
I love LeBron James. An amazing Black American, like a superstar, superhero in the hood, in the community. I love the guy. I fucking love LeBron. I love everything LeBron does off of the court. I also think he's the most overrated player I've ever seen, but that's just me. He's great, but again, the world is welcome to believe and feel how they want. I think he's an amazing basketball player, not the GOAT in my eyes. Top, 3 or 4, but that's just me. I look at things differently, and I look at, like I said, I just view things differently. We're talking about an icon off the court. I appreciate everything LeBron has done for us as people. But again, it's him on the court, not my thing. But getting into this game,
it's Lakers minus 3.5 on SportX. Odds on SportX.bet. That's actually standard line across books right now as well. Totals 226.5. A bit low considering the pedigree of these two teams, the players that they have. Very interesting matchup. As when we go back, we know the Warriors have been thinking about the Lakers since the play-in game. Okay, since the play-in game, Klay Thompson. We know he's not going to make his debut. One of my favorite players. Klay will not make his debut until Christmas, until beyond Christmas. The Splash Brothers are not going to be whole. We know they acquired Otto Porter Jr., a really good three-point shooter when it comes to three-point percentages. They have Andrew Wiggins, we know. But tonight, Jonathan Kuminga is out, a good defender wing who's actually the rookie, showed really good lengthy defensive abilities in the Summer League. Jonathan Wiseman is out tonight for the Warriors. This line has dipped to plus 3.5. We have the new big three, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis with LeBron James, the most high-profile team in the league. How do you feel about Russell Westbrook integrating? How do you feel like he's going to play with LeBron James? How did you assess the preseason? What did you see? And then I'll share my thoughts. Shout out to Simba as well, my bro. Simba Bets. Make sure you guys go follow Simba Bets on Twitter. It's not playing around. Just an outstanding individual. Just an outstanding individual. That's all I got to say, bro. 100%.
A goat in life, man. Make sure y'all are following my guy.
Sometimes it's not even about sports, bro. I would want to play on Simba's team if I play football. You know,
Facts.
Coach, put me in the game, coach. Hey, Sosa, how you feel about the LeBron James Westbrook super duo and how it's going to progress over the course of the season? Let's talk basketball. Basketball-wise.
One thing that you know you're going to get with Russell Westbrook is the extreme competitive nature every night. He's going to bring it every night. It doesn't matter who his teammates are. His commitment and energy that you're going to get nightly, you know what you're going to get. The guy's he's a robot. We know. It did. We know. We know what we're going to get from Russell Westbrook. I think that Russ playing alongside LeBron will get him to kind of slow down a little bit. And who knows, maybe that takes his game to another level. Because remember, he hasn't shown that he's like dropped off athletically. So if Russell Westbrook can, I mean, listen, it's crazy to think that we argue about a guy's decision making when he averages double-digit assists, right? Like that's kind of crazy. It's like, damn, his decision making, but he averages double. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds weird saying that, but that's the thing. It's like turning the ball over and getting acclimated to new teammates, and then also when you're a point guard and you're used to having the ball in your hands a lot, it is a absolute like tedious adjustment playing alongside LeBron James. You can't be a ball dominant point guard unless LeBron James is willing to just sit in the corner and shoot threes. It's never worked like that, ever. So that's just something that I think people need to be aware of before they start putting this Laker team out there. They're an old team. They do have a lot of frontline talent, and everything is hinged on one guy, Anthony Davis. You guys can talk about the roster and the compilation of old guys, but this team goes as Anthony Davis goes. It's not about LeBron. It's not about Melo. It's not about anybody else. This team's entire trajectory is built on one player, Anthony Davis. Whether the casual fans want to admit that or actually understand that, he is the reason why this team's a title contender. That's it. AD is the reason. If AD is AD, this team is an elite basketball team, can win 60 games in the regular season. He's the best player on the floor on offense and defense every night for that team. He can defend the paint. He can switch and pick and roll. He can play the five. He can shoot the three. He is the best player on the team. Period.
He's not the best player on the team, though, bro.
He's easily the best player on the team. AD
No.
is easily the best. It's not even close. Not even close.
I can't go for that. I agreed with everything else you said, though, about the importance. He's the most important player on the team.
He's the best player on the team.
LeBron's the engine.
So hold on, real quick. Who's the best scorer on the team? Let's break this. Who's the best scorer on the team?
When it comes to pure scoring ability, it's LeBron James.
It's AD. It's easily AD. It's not even close. It's not even close.
LeBron is better than him. LeBron is a better scorer than AD on autopilot.
LeBron, that's false. LeBron James has never been an elite perimeter shooter. He's never been an elite free throw shooter. He's not a good 3-point shooter. AD is better. AD's a better mid-range shooter.
He's a better defender as far as versatility and age. He's the best rim protector on the team, and he's the best rebounder. Outside of creating plays for other people, there is nothing that LeBron James does better now in his career than Anthony Davis. Nothing.
Passing, transition.
Show me a metric that would dispel that.
I mean, there are two different positions. LeBron's a playmaker. Anthony Davis's game wouldn't be as efficient as it is without LeBron James. We saw that for 7 years in New Orleans.
This guy was going for 40 and 20 a night in New Orleans. That's not true.
He was doing that, but was it equating to wins until he paired with LeBron James? It didn't equal wins until he got with LeBron.
LeBron wouldn't have had a shot at winning a title if AD didn't go crazy in the bubble. I don't want to see that's.
I think it's the other way around, but that's just me though. We know that when it comes to LeBron, I love talking about LeBron with you because it's like we can go for hours. We can go for hours. It's like we're just on the opposite side about but we're not. I don't think we're on the opposite side of the game though.
AD is the best player on that team, bro. People don't want to admit it, but they couldn't even. They took AD away from that team, right? And they averaged 97 points a game in 2021 NBA.
The offense went to shambles.
They took away AD and they couldn't score 100 points.
Let me ask you this question, Sosa.
In 2021.
They took away AD and the Lakers' offense diminished after that. Excuse me, everyone. My bad. But couldn't you say the opposite would also, not the opposite, like it would also be true if you took away LeBron and AD was by himself?
Not this year. Listen,
if you took LeBron away and it was just AD by himself, the offense would also decrease.
If you took LeBron away and he's got Westbrook, they won't skip a beat. You can quote me on that. They won't skip a beat. They'll be just fine.
Who you got tonight?
If LeBron went out for 40 games and Westbrook was AD's point guard, they wouldn't miss a beat. They wouldn't have any problems at all.
I'll tell everyone as someone that loves betting the NBA and someone that's really, really anticipating the full slate on Wednesday, the second game tonight is very difficult to bet on. It's very difficult to bet on because of the wild card of integrating Westbrook into the lineup and how the Lakers are going to take an experimental approach to the beginning of the season until they can shore up their roster and figure out what rotation they're going to take into the playoffs. It's one game out of 82. It's a team that doesn't necessarily have an offensive identity yet in terms of distribution around the ball. I feel like picking a side in this game is gambling. It's not betting, it's gambling. I like to say that there's a difference. Some people say I'm crazy when I say that. But in this game, the line is moving in the Warriors' direction. You guys can see some bets that are trickling in on SportX.bet. Great conversation about LeBron, Sosa the Locksmith. My guy knows a guy. This is a revenge game for the Warriors. I lean Lakers to win this game. I'm not going to pick a side, and I like the under. I like the under 226.5. I just feel like the Lakers are going to have offensive issues when it comes to the distribution of shots at the beginning of the season. The Lakers are going to have a much better season than the Warriors. They will, fully formed, when they figure it out, they will be title contenders. They should be tied with the Nets for futures odds. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. But I feel like they're going to crush the public in the first 20 games of the season, ATS. And then you pair that. It's just the fact that you pair the public perception of the contrarian angle with the Lakers. I'm gonna be profiting betting against the Lakers ATS in certain spots. The spread will be too high. I'm gonna tweet it out. Come on the show. NBA today. NBA betting today. I'm gonna alert everyone. It's time to go to fade the Lakers. I don't think that time is tonight, but I also can't endorse the Warriors. I spent hours looking at this game. I think the better play in this game may be the under. How do you feel about some of the spots in this game, Sosa the Locksmith? First game of the season. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch this game.
No, I don't.
What's up?
I have to address some of the comments. I have to.
Let me hit the comments. What's up? What's going on in the comments? They're going off?
LeBron hate. This is not LeBron hate. It's not me hating on LeBron. You guys are, people in the comments are telling me that, it's like when people go play with LeBron James, the general public believe that they just forget how to play basketball. Like Anthony Davis was a perennial MVP candidate on a losing team before he even showed up in LA. What, because he started playing with LeBron, he just stopped being that caliber of a player? What are y'all saying? That's not hating LeBron. It's giving Anthony Davis the credit he deserves. Like, people make it seem like hate. It's not hate. Y'all, people are discrediting Anthony Davis's value as an NBA player because he plays alongside LeBron James, which has always happened. Because, I mean, they did it to Kyrie, but again, it's, because he played with LeBron, it's like, Kyrie just became just not as good because he played with LeBron. And that, like I said, that's something that I personally dislike, and I will address it in the comments because, like I said, it's not hate. Y'all literally heard me.
Yeah, it's your opinion. Yeah, it's right. Bro, me and Sosa talk about LeBron and the Lakers for hours sometimes. Like, I know this man, his basketball mind, like, he respects Anthony Davis highly, so I definitely understand the dynamic there. I just feel like it's still LeBron's world. It's still his world when it comes to the Lakers.
But that's because the games are on ESPN. We know that. Come on, man. It's like if you don't, talk about
100%,
like
100%.
Jesus,
and we respect everyone in the comments as well. We respect the chat. Like, if it's this is an opinion-based industry. We are profiting from our opinions. No one is right 100% of the time. And it's not a hot take to say that Anthony Davis is more important to the offense in 2021 than the Lakers. It's not a hot take. I just feel like it's an arguable one. It's arguable.
And the thing is, I stand on the other side. AD is far and away the best player on the team. And again, that's just through my eyes, the visual, his impact on the team and his impact on what they want to do. And if you take him away from the equation, the team fails. They might make the playoffs, but they'll never win a motherfucking thing. They won't even come close.
Mike's in the cut with us. Hey guys, you guys check out Mike Check too. It's another show. Michael Means Jr. on Twitter. Mike Check. He's going live tonight. I tuned in for the first time last week. It was really fun. It was almost like a game show. I was watching. I was sitting with my girl. We were watching. It was like a game show. I will watch that all the time. Straight up.
San Miguel, my brother.
Big ups, guys. Creative, innovative programming. Hey everyone, this is a live betting opportunity tonight. Okay, I live bet on SportX.bet every single day. This is a live betting opportunity. A team in this game, the Warriors. Steph Curry is on a mission this year, bro. He's going for MVP. I'm telling you guys right now in the chat, and now you guys see the volume of my voice just increased. I'm talking about Steph Curry. Steph Curry's going for MVP this season. He was robbed last year. I don't care how small the sample size was. The shit that he was doing for 1 month, Jokic was not doing. Okay? Hot take. It was ridiculous, video game mode. He was robbed, and you're going to see, he dropped 41 in a preseason game. Who does that? He's coming for blood. He's coming for heads. I don't care if you like him or not. Steph Curry is going to leave all doubt behind this season. If there's any doubt in you this season, yeah, it's gone. Only injury can stop it. Like what you saw him do in April before the playoffs started, all year. I don't care if Kuminga's in the game. I'm high on this Warriors team this year. When Clay comes back, I'm not. You have to think about they're going to be better when it comes to three-point shooting. What's the first thing you think about when you think about the Warriors? It's a prowess of three-point shooting. As a team last year, they had a down year. You integrate Otto Porter Jr., a career 40-point three-point shooter. Andrew Wiggins had his best year as a pro shooting the three. I believe in the player development staff of the Golden State Warriors to develop talent like Andrew Wiggins. They transformed his game. He didn't have the best year, but he was more efficient from the three-point line. You pair Otto Porter Jr., three-point shooter. What about Jordan Poole? Anytime I tweet about most improved player, people are adding me about Jordan Poole. People are high on Jordan Poole, Sosa.
Yeah, bro,
people are high on Jordan Poole. Another player might be Jordan Nwora-esque.
The development is there. The development is there. I can't lie. If you watch him, the development of his offensive game has been beautiful to see. I heard someone give him a comparison to C.J. McCollum, just based on the way they play and the way he gets it off the dribble. I personally believe that he's going to be a good player. He's going to be obviously better this season and be like a legit role player. The problem with guys like that is that you have to wait and see how they perform on the road. Because those guys are going to play good based on their minutes at the crib, right? the mark of an elite bench player, an elite contributor, is how their splits are on the road. You can't
100%.
You can't drop 20 at the crib, and then the next night you drop 7 because there's no energy for you, and that's the problem with a lot of
the flow.
Yeah, it's the flow of the game, and then it's the opportunities. Like, you're going to get the minutes, but are you going to do what you're going to do with them when you get on the road? I think Jordan Poole's very good, but again, it's a very static situation with him, and we don't know how many minutes he's going to get. We don't know what rotations they're going to run in regards to Steph Curry in games where obviously he's playing the point guard position, and you don't necessarily want a defensive liability playing 2, and they have an assortment of wings that they can play to interchange playing defensively. You obviously have Moody and Kuminga, who they both just drafted. You have
the interoperability within the roster, like the
Wiggins. I'm forgetting about Wiggins.
Poole, they brought Iguodala back. He's over the hill. But I'm telling you, this team has the recipes, has the ingredients to form a winning recipe after Klay comes back. But I do want to say one caveat. There's one caveat here. There's too much pressure on Klay Thompson this season. We need to chill out on Klay. Let him come back. Let him be whole. We give him a chance to get some games under his feet. They're expecting Klay Thompson to be a world beater day one when he comes back. Let's chill out. Let's chill out on that. I do want to say 1 second. We still have 165 people watching us right now. We appreciate all of you. It is contest time tomorrow on NBA Betting Today at 11 a.m. We are going to give away $100 to 3 different people. That is $300 total. All you have to do right now is be subscribed to this channel, be following NBA Betting Today on Twitter, follow the both of us, Sosa the Locksmith. I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it as a comment, the contest to this video after it's done. Okay. All you have to do is leave your Twitter handle in the comments. Comment in the video and leave your Twitter handle, and you will be randomly entered into the generator thing for a contest tomorrow. Tomorrow when we start off at 11 a.m., I'm going to give out $100 to 3 of our viewers, and we're doing giveaways and contests all year, and when we win, you guys win, okay? And as well, we're going to be giving away SX tokens over the course of the season. We're going to try to, we're sharing the love. When we win, you guys win. SX token is a cryptocurrency token that has utility, has value, is backed by a large community in SportX.bet. No hype, no gimmicks. We're living in 2021 where people will try to scam you. A lot of social media projects on social media there's no air. It's all air, you know. This is a sports book that is going to reach $100 million in volume in the near future, backed by crypto, and it's owned by the community. Okay, it's owned by the community. When you join SportX.bet, you're a part of the community. You're a part of the project. It's a very exciting time, and I am very excited to show. I work with this project. Disclaimer for the people that are only following on YouTube. I do work with this project. I'm head of content with SportX Project. Me and Sosa Locksmith have so much stuff to share with you, and I do want to say that I've aligned myself with a project that I wouldn't have worked with other sports books. This is something, Sosa says it all the time on Twitter, every single day. What do you say? For the people. I've aligned myself with a project that's actually for the people. Like, you're incentivized to bet on SportX.bet. You earn tokens over time. It's an absolute no-brainer. Hit me a DM. We're gonna have bet credits. We're gonna be able to give everyone credits, bonuses over the course of the season. I want everyone to jump onto this project together. We can bet together. Win or lose, you earn SX tokens when you bet. Okay, so that's it. Promo's done. Contest tomorrow. Leave your handle in the comments. Leave your Twitter handle in the comments. And if you're not signed up on Twitter, what are you even doing? It's the best place for sports fans. Like, if you don't have a Twitter account in 2021 and you're a sports fan, what are you even doing? Sosa, what are some picks that you like in this Lakers-Warriors game? We've been here for an hour. We're not going to go an hour every day. We're going to try to go 30 minutes a day. This is the first episode of NBA Betting Today. We're going to try to go 30 minutes in the future. We went way longer than usual, but we're just getting acclimated with the community. I'm speaking 100 words a minute. Don't be shy to tell me to stop. Tell me to stop talking, Sosa. Let's get this money. How you feel about this Lakers-Warriors game? What are the picks in this game? And we'll get out of here with everyone else.
I got 2 props I really love. I'm going with this is going to sound really weird. I like Kevon Looney to score 5 points tonight. I know that sounds weird. It's over 4.5. I think he gets that on a couple of cleanups. And I really, really, really do like Malik Monk over 9.5 points. I think that Malik Monk is going to be the biggest beneficiary of playing on a team that's desperate for shooting. He's probably their most important pickup in the offseason. I know they got Russell Westbrook, and that sounds crazy, but they needed floor spacers. I think he has the opportunity here to be an elite floor spacer. We've seen guys like James Jones, just James Jones, Norris Cole, just guys who can play off LeBron and just catch and shoot. I think Malik Monk is one of those guys, and I think that that Malik Monk is the guy to really, really pay attention to. I think he's going to go absolutely insane this season playing alongside LeBron James. I really do believe that.
And for me, I like the first half. I like the first half under in the Lakers game. I like the first half under. I think the Warriors' first half money line is in play, and I like the Nets money line tonight. I'm gonna roll some small bets. I have 2 full unit official plays tomorrow. You guys heard Sosa the Locksmith. It's my guy knows a guy. It's NBA betting today. In the future, this will be a much shorter show. We know not everyone has the most time.
It's opening night. It's opening
30,
night. You know,
it's opening night.
Talk about.
We'll go 30 minutes. We're gonna have collaborators all season. We just truly appreciate everyone here. We had more people watching than I thought. It's crazy. We had more people watching than I thought.
Today.
He said Liverpool FC. Make sure you guys are following NBA betting today.
You know the vibes.
Sosa the Locksmith on Twitter. My guy knows a guy on Twitter. I'm gonna roll with the Nets in the revenge spot tonight. There's a play tomorrow I'm very, very confident in, though. Opening day. I'm gonna roll full units tomorrow. As we have the sample size of 2 to 3 games per team, I will be rolling official recaps and tweets. I will be tweeting out bets daily. You already know the drill. Check us out on Twitter. Any last words, Sosa? We're gonna get out of here.
Catch me on Daily Bread today at 4 p.m. With Sosa and Rex, Daily Bread. Make sure you guys are tuned in, lock in with me. Appreciate you. Like I said, I'm hype as shit for basketball season. Make sure you guys check out entry for my Discord. It's the Wise Guys Diamond Club. One of the best. It's probably one of the best gambling communities you can ever find on the internet. I got a couple of amazing handicappers that I rock with on there. Other than that, man, catch me on YouTube every day. Daily Bread Media, going crazy, man. Got a bunch of programming. This is a new venture that I'm glad to be a part of. And like I said, for me personally, it's about building up everyone. Got a ton of content coming. It's just the start, man. Like I said, I love the NBA. I think that this season is going to be off the chain. Obviously, y'all know that I follow every sport. I play sports. I actually bet everything, and we're just here to ascend with everyone. That's the goal. So let's make it happen. NBA betting today. We're locked in.
We're locked in, bro. Every day. It's a wonderful time of the year. We're gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your day. One last thing too. Me and Sosa will probably open up a Twitter Spaces sometime after 6 p.m. Maybe some last minute bets. Join us on Twitter Spaces. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, we're out, y'all. It's NBA betting today. See you tomorrow.